Los Angeles, the city of angels. This city, which always buzzed with life, is now shrouded in smoke, as if cursed. In just a few days, what was a symbol of dreams and hope has become a place filled with fear and uncertainty. Today, enveloped in smoke, suffocating in the heat, streets that were once full of tourists and residents are now almost empty. People hide in their homes, trying to escape the choking smoke that seeps into every corner. The sun, usually so bright, now pale, like a coin at the bottom of a well. Its rays barely penetrate the thick smoke, creating a surreal landscape. What was once a symbol of warmth and life now resembles a cold, dead circle in the sky. The air is filled with the scent of fear, mixed with the bitter aroma of burnt wood. Every breath is a reminder of the danger lurking just around the corner. People wear masks, trying to protect themselves from the invisible enemy, but fear is omnipresent. This is not another sunny day in California. This is the beginning of a disaster. The city that never slept is now in a state of dormancy, as if waiting for something inevitable. Every sound, every rustle of leaves is a reminder of the impending danger. The wind carries not only heat, but also panic. Every gust of wind brings new waves of smoke that invade homes, shops, and offices. People close windows and doors, trying to escape the suffocating air, but the smoke is everywhere. People stop on the streets, looking up at the sky with concern. Each of them wonders what tomorrow will bring. Will the fire reach their homes? Will they have to flee? Uncertainty is the worst, and each day brings new challenges. They do not yet know how quickly the fire will turn their lives to ashes. Each of them hopes that this is just a bad dream from which they will soon wake up. But reality is different. The fire knows no mercy. It consumes everything in its path, regardless of dreams and hopes. This is the new reality of Los Angeles, a city that was once a symbol of dreams, now a place full of fear and uncertainty. Fires spread at an alarming rate. Just one spark is enough to trigger a catastrophe that consumes everything in its path. High temperatures and strong winds only accelerate this process, making the fire uncontrollable. Firefighters battle the blaze day and night, often risking their own lives to save others. Authorities have issued evacuation orders for thousands of residents. People are leaving their homes, uncertain if they will ever return. In a hurry, they pack their most valuable possessions, photos, documents, family heirlooms. Traffic jams form on the roads, and the air is filled with the smell of smoke. The voice is calm, professional, but in the background you can hear crackling and static, the ominous melody of the element. Warning messages are broadcast on all available channels, from radio to television and social media. Every alarm sound is a reminder of the danger that approaches with every minute. Fire waits for no one. It consumes forests, homes, entire communities. Its destructive force is unstoppable, and the consequences are tragic. People lose the work of their entire lives, and nature takes years to recover. It doesn't care about social status, fame, or money. Fire doesn't choose who it affects. The flames threaten both luxurious mansions and modest homes. In the face of disaster, everyone is equal, and the only goal is survival. It devours everything in its path, leveling the rich and the poor to the same status, refugees in their own city. People from different backgrounds, different cultures, become united in the face of a common threat. Everyone fights for the same thing, safety and hope for a better tomorrow. Drones reveal a terrifying scene of destruction. The mansions of the stars, once inaccessible to ordinary people, now burn like matchsticks. Here is Anthony Hopkins' estate. The fire consumes his Oscar, turning it into a useless piece of metal.
With tears in my eyes, I say goodbye to my home on Instagram.
This is my burnt mansion, only smoking ruins remain.
The fire shows no mercy. The fires that broke out in Los Angeles at the beginning of January 2025 were some of the most destructive in the region's history. They spread rapidly, covering a vast area, and their effects were tragic both materially and humanly. Scale of destruction. The fires destroyed vast areas. The flames covered an area of over 15,000 hectares. They consumed hundreds of homes, including celebrity homes and infrastructure in affluent neighborhoods like Pacific Palisades. Not only buildings were destroyed, but also roads, power lines, and telecommunications networks. Most of the destruction occurred in areas that were usually considered safe and less prone to such threats.
Fatalities. At least 16 people died in the fires, and hundreds more were injured. The victims were those who did not manage to leave their homes or were trapped by the spreading fire. The fires caused enormous chaos in the region, hindering rescue and evacuation efforts. As a result of these tragic events, many families lost not only their homes, but also their loved ones.
Evacuations and government response. Due to the ongoing threat, Los Angeles authorities were forced to conduct mass evacuations. Thousands of people were forced to leave their homes, especially in neighborhoods like Malibu, Pacific Palisades, and the Santa Monica area. Firefighters, rescuers, and other emergency services worked tirelessly to help evacuate residents. The government declared a state of emergency in the region to enable faster mobilization of resources and the introduction of additional safety measures. Over 250 firefighters responded, battling the fire on the front lines. However, despite their efforts, the Santa Ana winds and extreme drought caused the fires to spread at a shocking rate, several football fields per minute. Causes of the fire. Experts point to several factors that had a decisive impact on the rapid development of the fire. Strong Santa Ana winds, typical for California, which in this case blew at speeds of up to 120 kilometers per hour, helped carry sparks over great distances, allowing the fire to spread on a large scale. Combined with the extreme drought that had been occurring in the region for several months before the fire had ideal conditions to develop. Low air humidity and dry vegetation, including coniferous forests and shrubs, further facilitated the rapid spread of the fire. Additionally, in the case of the Kenneth Fire, which broke out on January 9, 2025, authorities arrested one person suspected of arson. While fires can have natural causes, such as lightning, in this case, there is suspicion that some of them may have been caused by human activity. Air pollution. The fires also had a severe impact on air quality in Los Angeles. Smoke from the burning areas reached the city center, creating conditions of extreme air pollution. Pollution levels reached record highs, negatively affecting residents' health. The smog became particularly dangerous for the elderly, children, and people with respiratory problems. Among those affected by the fire were well-known actors such as Anthony Hopkins, Miley Cyrus, Gerard Butler, Neil Young, and Orlando Bloom. Celebrities lost their luxurious estates in the Malibu area and other threatened zones. Miley Cyrus shared her tragedy on social media, informing her fans about the loss of her home. Despite the destruction, the artist emphasized that the most important thing is the safety of her family, and the house itself can be rebuilt. Gerard Butler, in an interview with the media, said that he lost everything he had in this place, and his Malibu estate burned down in just a few hours. He mentioned that the fire was so dangerous that there was no time for a traditional evacuation and people had to escape in a hurry. Ecological and economic consequences. The fires not only destroyed the lives and property of many people, but also had serious ecological consequences. Valuable ecosystems, such as pine forests and shrubs, which are natural habitats for many animal species, were affected by the fire. These fires additionally contribute to the phenomenon of climate change, making California increasingly susceptible to extreme weather conditions. The region's economy also suffered. The destruction of infrastructure, homes, and tourism-related services impacted the real estate market and tourism in Los Angeles. Many families were forced to relocate, and rebuilding will require significant investments. The fires in Los Angeles in January 2025 are a tragic reminder of the inevitable effects of climate change, extreme weather conditions, and the ever-growing fire threat in California. Regardless of social status or wealth, the fire does not choose its victims, and the destruction affected both ordinary residents and well-known people from the front pages of newspapers. For many, it is not only a loss of property, but also a shocking experience that reminds us of the fragility of life in the face of nature. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give a thumbs up, and comment on what you think about this topic. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye.